So we are taking off for quite a trip tomorrow. We're going to Merida, Mexico, which is very southern Mexico, I guess near Cancun, or a little bit further, Guatemala, Colombia, and doing some last minute garden prep. We're having a friend take care of the garden while we're gone, but a lot of it was already mulched, but I wanted to put a little bit more mulch on there just to help it retain water, just in case. Yeah, I'll go ahead and show you what the garden's looking like right now. So the garden's doing excellent this year. Real proud of it. Little experiment that seems to be going well right now, but I'm doing vertical pumpkins. And to reach the top, I have this ladder that just kind of lives here now. And I climb up to the top to rearrange the vines. Not a whole lot needs done today, but just showing. All right, one more, then I'm giving a garden tour. Oh, it's really bad. Over here, I have 2 Concord grape plants. They were pretty hard to find. After many nurseries, I got this one, and it was just a stick. They had one left in cold storage that they weren't even planning on putting out this year. So I got that, and I really did think it was just a stick for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, after a month and a half of being in the ground, it finally put off some buds, and now it seems to be doing good. But then Haley found this one at a farmer's market not too long after that. So I put it in there, and now we have 2. Here's our biggest pumpkin so far. Let's get this gather leaf. You can kind of see my hand on it. And then up here, we'll zoom in. Yeah, you can see it, the crack. So, you know, hopefully it's slow enough and this can just kind of heal and callus and, you know. But then there's another few smaller ones up and about. We have a lot of peas that are intertwined with them. Is this even in the shot? Nope. But you know what a pea looks like. This is what it looks like. Pumpkin is just crawling everywhere, trying to get into this other pepper bed. Peppers, they're doing pretty good. I got 2 basil plants here that are bigger than any basil plant I've ever grown. Oh, I don't know what happened there. But it is starting to go to seed. So, need to use that pretty quick. And great looking basil. Over here, there is 2 Brussels sprouts. Never grown it. But they're doing okay. And if you look in there, you can see the Brussels sprouts forming. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Okay, now that call's taken care of. And it is bright. Okay, so we've looked at those 2. This next one here is also mostly, no, this is the only full pepper bed. If you saw a video when I was planting them, you remember me talking about how I kept them organized for the longest time, and then at some point during the last few weeks when they were growing downstairs, I just mixed them up. So quite a few of them, I just didn't know what they were. And now they're starting to produce, so I can kind of see what some of them are. So yeah, this bed's also doing pretty well. Great peppers here, great peppers there. The bed with the pumpkins, there's some peppers there, but they're kind of getting shaded by the pumpkins, so they're doing the worst out of all of them. But it's still early enough in the season. It's July 15th that they could still grow big and strong. All right, over here with my new experiment with the tomato trellises, mostly going well. I have learned that cherry tomatoes are small in fruit, monsters in plant. So as much as I have tried to trim this, I mean, I don't even know what I'm filming. It's just so big. As much as I've tried to film this, it's just massive and it's unwieldy, and so I'm just trying to maintain at this point. This is the only one we've been able to eat off of so far. It's gotten some red ones, which I think, let's look in here, yeah. I will eat you right now. Yeah, this is also a cherry here. Also monstrous, and just the amount of tomatoes on these is wild. And same, oh, this is the first one that's not a cherry that I'm seeing change. Beautiful. This one over here, let's try to see. Like, the amount of cherries on these is just insane. Like, I've never seen anything like it. And then like these plants, freaking even. So I wanted to grow a lot of tomatoes, and I'm growing a lot of tomatoes. All right, and lastly, we'll go over to this bed right here. This is the garlic, onion, kind of root vegetable for the most part bed. We've already harvested this first row of garlic, which I have them drying, and I need to remember to bring them in before we leave. Drying and hanging here. Back here, we've eaten some of the onions that have went to seed, because my understanding is that once an onion goes to seed, it kind of stops growing down below. So we've been, eating it and then just kind of chopping and eating this. But for the most part, onions are still in there, and they'll be ready, in a couple weeks. 4 rows of carrots, also doing well. We've had like 3 different harvests of radishes. Got some more in there. And then some potatoes up front that are very thirsty. That is pretty much the garden right now in the middle of July. Very happy with how it's coming along.
Don't close your eyes. Don't hide your tears. The wait is over and love is here. Don't be afraid.